Do you know that your favorite beer could cost you 25% more? That's right. President Trump's proposed tariffs on Mexico and Canada go through, your fridge is gonna feel it. Here's why. 8 out of every 10 beers the USA import comes from Mexico. That means your light, lager, ultra, and tons of other favorites are directly in the crosshairs. But wait, what about America first? Isn't this supposed to boost local industries? Sure, that's the idea. Then consider this. The US just doesn't produce enough of certain goods, like beer imports from Mexico, to meet demand. So instead of supporting local breweries, you might just end up paying more across the board. This video, I'll break down how these tariffs could hit everything from your grocery bill to your weekend plans and what they really mean for your finances and the economy. Let's get into it. So, Trump is coming again. And then everyone around the world is thinking, what is he gonna do next? One of the key things is tariffs. And tariffs sound amazing. But as I told you, it will affect your pocket, the pockets of all the Americans. Why? It's simple. It's reciprocity. When you're making goods of any kind, well, when they have to go to the ports, and they go to the port, and then that's where you pay the tariff. So, if you're a producer of that good and you want to sell that, who do you think will happen to the final price? Do you think will stay the same or will change? Of course, if you have to pay 25% more, the price will be transferred to you. That's the problem. So let me show you what happened when Trump was elected the first time. Farmers lost billions. Why? Well, in the other way, countries started to say, okay, if you're gonna charge him more money, I'm gonna charge you more money. So in that case, when people were buying products from the US, specifically from China, one of the largest buyers of agricultural goods in the world, said, oh, now I'm gonna charge you another 20%. Well, while this other country don't have that, immediately you're less competitive. And let's see what are the key areas that if you add that 25% tariff that President Trump has announced will impact. We have electronics and appliances. You want to pay more for your next TV? Textiles and apparel. Do you love to pay more for t-shirts or you prefer just to keep asking things from Temu of Shine? And furniture and mismanufactured elements. If your table is broken, now you're gonna pay a lot of money. This is who's really paying. And this is the information from the US Census Bureau. So let's go to the main US imports from Mexico. Because as Trump said, yeah, they come from Mexico and we need to reduce the fentanyl, both coming from Mexico and from Canada. But let's see, check this: cars, delivery trucks, computers, insulated wire, even telephones come from Mexico. Just check this. Then, let's see what are the exports from the US to Mexico. Refined petroleum. Yes, Mexico needs the petroleum. Well, it will have a retaliatory action and that will affect the producers. Corn. Are you an agricultural producer? Well, integrated circuits, office machine parts. This is the list of key things that could be affected. What about Canada? Well, petroleum. So don't think that the US is capable to produce all the petroleum that they have because look, 24% comes from Canada. Cars. So imagine if you have to pay more for the gallon. What about inflation? How that might be affected? That's the kind of things that you should think about it. So now let's see which are the major states that will have a lot of transactions between Mexico and the US. Hello, Texas. Hello, California. Yes, you will be highly impacted. But if you're in Michigan, Illinois, or Ohio, well, that's a big problem as well. What about the imports by countries, for example, from Michigan, Mexico, and Canada? So, do you want to affect Michigan's economy? Hey, you voted for Trump. Do you want that? No. What about the import by products between Canada and Illinois? Well, the great state of Illinois, I have to tell you that the prices of petroleum could increase. Also, baked goods. Are you willing to pay more for a bread? I don't think so. What about the imports by products between Canada and Texas? Star state. Well, check this. Cars and petroleum. Incredible, no? You're one of the largest producers of petroleum, but also you import a lot, that even gas turbines will be affected by that. So, when you're analyzing the impact of imports and exports, you have to remember the key element that we discussed at the beginning. Imports by countries of beer. 83.4% of the beer that is imported in the US comes from Mexico. That means that next time you go to Walmart, instead of paying 20 bucks, you're gonna pay 22.5 bucks. You want to pay that? Well, maybe the Netherlands and Ireland will export more, but I think it will be more expensive bringing that from the Netherlands than from your neighbor country. And all of this will increase its price. So, what about the vision of American first? Well, that's the beauty of the free market. We have to keep the free market. And the US builds amazing technology and goods. And the US needs those goods, and the world needs those goods. So, that process of just saying, oh, yes, oh, just stop sending people, or stop sending fentanyl, or I will just increase the tariffs. Well, it will not only affect Mexico, it will not only affect Canada, it will not only affect China, it will affect American citizens. And that's why you have to stop thinking and realizing that is the citizen who pays, is the producer who pays, is the economy that gets affected. Because remember that the world has become a best place to live is because of free market. So let's stop that stupid war on tariffs and let's start building a global economy. Let me know in the comments below, what is your opinion? Do you want to pay more for your beer, your gas, your manufactured appliances? Do you think that could be produced only in one country? No, because each country has a specialized on each one of those elements. So what I want you to share this video with your friends, with your family, and engage into informed discussions. If you want to go a little bit further about all the graphs that I've shown you, it's very simple. You can verify the data by yourself. Go to oec.world. And this is created by MIT. You know it, we trust it. Thank you very much and see you next time. See you tomorrow, actually.